Hello. You may have seen me working on these machines before. This is an N1502. It takes these large tapes. There was a later version which ran for about twice the running time, and a later version again too. So this takes the earlier type. It's often known as N1500 after the first machine that was popular. Okay, takes a moment to settle down there, but that's playing pretty well considering how old the tapes are. So you might say, why am I showing you this again? Because I've done this already. There's a good reason. I'll stop this one. By the way, I would always recommend, if you are messing with these tapes are particularly good. The BASF ones, they're chrome dioxide formulation, and they tend not to clog the heads as often as the more common oxide formulations, the iron oxide. Right, so the reason we're playing with this is I've got another one. Another N1502. This one looks tidy. It doesn't have any AV output sockets, so that's something I'll have to add. It's completely off the pile. We don't know much about it. But heads are the critical thing here. There's not much point getting involved in fixing this thing if the heads are no good. And changing the heads over is actually fairly easy. So what I think I'm going to do is start by taking the heads out of this machine I've just bought, put them into this known working N1502 and see if we get a picture. If we do, then project fix this one. Okay, so this is our machine that we want to work on. There's a tape stuck in it, I think. Right, perhaps I'll work on getting the stuck tape out first. I'll just open this panel out the way. So this is the loading motor assembly here. There's two versions of this, one with a gearbox and one with a worm drive type. This is the gearbox type. Just freed it up a little bit. Let's see if I power it up, if it'll unlace. It tried and got stuck. Let me just try to work out which way the motor's trying to run. I think I'll attempt to lubricate the lacing mechanism a little bit. Aha! I've gone far enough to get the cassette out. Carriage off. So let's get the head drum out and go from there. Which you'll have seen me work on the head drums many times before. The first thing I'll do once I've got the drum out is look at it under a microscope. But first we need to access the underneath. As you'd expect, the drive belts have disintegrated, but this is what we need to get to. So Allen key on these grub screws here. So I'm slackening off these grub screws with a 2mm Allen key. I do find that the ball end will slip on these. On this particular occasion I'm not worrying about trying to retain the drive belt on there, so I can just pull this pulley right off. Drive belt's long since fallen off somewhere. There it is, actually. Fragments of it are there. And there is the head drum. Right, with great care, let's look at that under a microscope. And what do we see on the first head tip we looked at? Can't believe it. I should believe it though, shouldn't I? It's been smashed. I mean, how do people do that? The other side, fine, right? You know, if we'd seen that one first, we'd have been happy and we'd have said, oh look, you know, there's fighting chance the machine's going to be a goer. But swing it around to the other side. It's been smashed so hard, bits of it are missing. So with those heads smashed, this machine is probably no more than a set of spare parts. I don't believe I have any spare heads for this, so unless somebody out there has got a scrap N1502, 1501 or 1500 machine, which they have some spare heads for, I think we're onto a loser with this. I'll reassemble what we have and put it in the spare parts pile. Oh well, bit of a disaster. I hope you've enjoyed this more than I have. Please remember to like, share and especially subscribe, and I'll do a lot more content on audio and video technology in the near future. Bye for now.